نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Look at the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at a camel. A camel can stay without water for 17 days. It can drink 100 liters of water at once. A camel has 2 rows of eyelashes to shield its eyes in a sandstorm. It can also close its nostrils tight. This is a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by which we need to recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How do we react with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? If someone gives a present, we appreciate it, but do not appreciate all the ni'mah and blessings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showering on us day and night. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards for the things we abstain from and not do. For example, do not steal, do not commit zina, do not lie, do not backbite, etc. And if we stay away from these things, Allah will reward us. If a person controls himself, does sabr, and does not commit haram, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards on that too. Is there any employer in the world who says, do not do this and you will be paid? When a child spoils his clothes, the mother cleans him and hugs him. In the same way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves the one who asks for forgiveness. Our condition is, even in the masjid, we become Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's enemy and are cursed by the angels. Why? Because of indulging in useless talk. We need to be very careful who we follow. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned us that my ummah will be divided in a lot of groups. Only one will go to Jannah. Ma ana alayhi wa ashabi. The one who follows my sunnah and the sunnah of Sahaba radiyallahu anhum ajma'in. Proves 20 rak'at tarawih is necessary. Without Sahaba radiyallahu anhum, we can never understand the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rejecting Sahaba radiyallahu anhum is to reject the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sahaba radiyallahu anhum are the guiding stars of this ummah. Stay with the truth and stay away from haram. We are told not to touch live wires. If we do, it will be our own fault. In the same way, we are told what is haram. If we still indulge in it, then it will be our own fault if we end up in Jahannam. When a judge sentences a criminal, we do not call the judge evil, but it is the criminal's fault. In the same way, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands for someone to be destined for hell, it will be their own doing. Always think of our own sin as cancer and others' sin as common cold. Will a person waiting to be executed laugh at the one who is fined by the police? Remember, our visa is fixed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it expires, we will have to leave this world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to prepare. Ameen. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.